Hi, just a small announcement saying that I'm not going to upload all IVL tourney videos on my main channel. So there is a second channel here for those of you who want to watch everything that's not just the highlights. I'm going to put the link in the description. It's just for the people who want it. But aside from that, have an enjoyable day. Bye-bye. Welcome to week 3, day 2, match 3, game 1, first half of basically the last game of our, last game of day 2. We're going to be able to see MRC versus WBG here, with female dancer coming out finally against opera singer. And then Alex this time will be bringing Warp with trump card detention. Who are we first chasing? We're first chasing Huatsu here, who's going to play Aeroplanist. Early game can definitely kai Opera. It's more or less just I feel like Opera is a little bit too slow early game against Aeroplanist. Yes, Aeroplanist has been nerfed, but aside from that, we're going to be able to get the first chase here immediately started. That's going to be hover away immediately towards the other side of the map right now. Alex didn't really get that shadow out properly, so that's going to be a shadow fail from WBG Alex. Alex, on the other hand, still trying to look after that Aeroplanist, but even so, with that in mind, Aeroplanist being able to rotate towards the double pallet 1 window here. We do have Warp reading the next 3 seconds. Right after Aeroplanist uses his next jetpack, we most likely will be able to utilize Warp here just to catch up towards him immediately. Seems like now we're going to be, pushing ourselves down towards the other area. That's going to be Warp coming out right here as well. That was first introduced me to NAU, but it seems like for CN server, we finally decided to use it as well instead of Patient. And of course, first hit they're registered in exchange for a Warp. Overall, not too bad. You can consider it as a, one-to-one exchange. Just think about that Warp as a blink. We're going to be able to get a TP over, and that's going to be another jetpack away from the area. But it seems like we canceled one of the jetpacks there, just it didn't come out properly. But with that in mind, it's around 90 seconds by the time that we actually get the chair here. Meanwhile, during that time, AI Sensei, on the other hand, it's going to go up towards 23.27% for formal elimination. I was just checking the quality there. It seems like 720p for some odd reason. But anyways, with that in mind, check out here, Wendy coming for the rescue, Widely on towards the board right now. But Widely, of course, has to be careful of the double down situation here still. We did manage to get a hit here. We're going to break the pallet, and it seems like we aren't rescuing anytime soon. 25% elimination, sharp progress here on towards the survivor. We're going to be able to hit Xiao Xiao here, and can we target the Widling? We seem like we won't be doing that anymore, and that's going to be the Aeroplanist. No items remaining. It's around 3 Cypher Machine decoding progress here. It's around 3 Cypher Machine decoding progress right here, and it seems like Huatsu will be going down towards the corner right here. We don't have that much chairs nearby here to use except for the one near 4th stop, so this will take, no, we do have one near the bridge. But it seems like we want the chair back here. He definitely got rid of the chair nearby though. He didn't. Okay. It's a bit more surprising that he didn't. Most likely because he doesn't want to be found by the hunter just yet, since Gardner does only have a borrowed time at the end of the day. But even so, that's going to be a teleportation back here immediately. Didn't really see Gardner's head popping out from the rails there as well at 4th stop. And Bubble coming out. Like, as long as we can guarantee a no damage rescue, it's great. But with the last Cypher Machine here, yeah, the Cyphers are pretty spread far apart, too close to towards each other. Well, one at 1 stop each, 1st and 4th stop, another one just in between. As long as you get Nanako decode the one at 1st stop here, you can't really map control or Cypher control that much. So with the Aeroplanist here going down, the only place you can chair that's viable is going to be bridge, because that's the fastest place where you can chair. Yes, you still do have Warp, but I think going after Gardner in here might be the best possible scenario here for us. We're going to go towards the other side of the map right now, wanting to look after the female dancer instead, because female dancer does have fast music boxes to speed up the decoding progress. But it seems like right now we're going to deploy quite a few slow music boxes down. That's going to be the drop down there, realizing female dancer is a little bit further away to actually give any threat. But with a little bit of a faulty shadow leap, shadow dash, shadow leap, whatever you want to call it. Female dancer really is just another slow music box being popped down. If we're not going to pop down in our slow music box anytime soon. We didn't get the hit over the pallet, surprisingly. And it seems like Female Dancer wouldn't be able to survive any longer with a flywheel there coming in. Very beautiful damage mitigation, but it's going to be exchanged there for a pallet stun and another normal hit. We're currently looking at the Cypher Machine decoding progress. Sees where Gardner is. Gardner is the one currently who is at the most danger. The Cypher Machine is on 91%. That is fast, but even with 91% Cypher Machine right there, it seems like we are going to catch up towards the survivors here pretty fast. While Gardner is going to run towards other Shadow, we do have Shadow Strike here left to use, and we're going to be able to dash here and immediately get the hit down. Now then, we're starting the other Cypher Machine there close towards second stop. We do see Wilding nearby as well, but if Wilding can be forced with the rescues here right after half, I don't think we actually can finish the Cypher Machine on time. But for Xiaoxia right here, if he decides to walk instead of crouch, you might be found here immediately with the Tinnitus coming out there immediately. This is a 30-second board. 30-second board, Gardner just on chair by the way. So 47% decoding progress. We could definitely we could force the rescue here immediately. But then, like, Wilding can definitely just rescue. We got hit right over the pallet. This is pretty bad right here. Wilding better be able to get the rescue, but it seems like Gardner. No, Wilding's gonna go down here immediately. We could potentially, we could go after Gardner here. We could go after Gardner here, but it seems like the bubble is over. Let's go share the Wilding then. Let's go share the Wilding. And sharing Wilding here will be for the better idea. Gardner wanting to get in between the pallets here just so she can get the perfect rescue, but we have to be very careful in what we do. We're going to be able to get the Terror Shock here, but it seems like the Cypher Machine will be fine. We're at the other side of the map right there, not map palette. And Xiaodi, yes, you do have movement speed boost, but doesn't matter. No, it does not against an opera singer. Meanwhile, Xiaoxia on the other side of the map right now. We're going to have to check Gardner here first, which will be our utmost priority, and then go after the Wildling. If we want to, we could even teleport and then maybe TP back, because you do have 12 seconds on mind right there. But even so, Wildling's going to be found here immediately as well. Wildling, you just barely got on board right there. You do have one long pallet to play around, so unless Alex decides to break that pallet, I think it'll be pretty hard for us to actually be able to get much. And then Wilding trying to go upstairs here. Seems like Dungeon is on the other side of the map right now. Not on the other side of the map, but on the other side of the building right now. We do know where Dungeon is. Alex is trying to leave some shadows in between the area. And it seems like Wilding's going to go straight into towards basement. We want to wait for detention to be over. But we still do think that Wilding's upstairs. We're waiting for Shadow Dance to be ready. We're just waiting for Shadow Dance to be ready. This is either going to be a 3-man or a 2-man. So we're going to be able to go upstairs here. We do have Shadow Dance ready, or trying to have a look right now. We're going to dance down, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone nearby. 40 seconds left on towards detention. We still missed that dash there. So Alex is not having a good time. If we go down the basement here, we might be able to find someone. We don't see anyone on the outside. We don't see anyone outside. We believe that Wilding went away, but if Wilding can buy enough time here, even if you can get on board, right, it doesn't really matter. 17 seconds left on towards the clock right now. We need to... The only place left really is basement. So it seems like we're going to be able to see basement right here, but we missed a dash. So with 6 seconds left on towards the clock right here, Xiao, a little bit of a dangerous area here currently. The tension is going to be over though. We did get a hit, but we did get stuck there. Wildling got stuck, and let's congratulate the trim elimination here for Alex, and moving on straight towards second half. Second half, we're going to be able to see Xiaozong here with Ivy with Warp actually wouldn't be too bad against this team, especially after Cordy's gun support, especially after both Cheerleader and Aeroplanist item consumption there too. Then this will be week 3, day 2, match 3, game 1, second half of MRC versus WBG, with trump card attention here on Ivy's persona trait. It seems like we are going to be able to see Xiaozong running straight towards the rescuer though. Persica running coordinator this time is a little bit surprising to me. I'm quite sure Lon's the coordinator main here, but I guess But I guess there's not a lot of main... Well, Persica doesn't really... I guess we ban Puppeteer. Puppeteer doesn't really work against Ivy Sally, but it's going to be stronger detention here with Hunt, by the way. Hunt is a pretty good persona trait, especially for the Ivy as well. But even so, we didn't look back. We wanted to predict that the Hunter was looking back, but he wasn't. So we're going to look after Persica right here. We want to get in between an area where it's pretty hard, but that's not the best case scenario, right? If it was me, I probably would have waited for Coordinate to get in between the pallets or even the windows nearby, just so you can lock the area. But we did get a Scream right there, and in this case scenario, we did get the second one. Persica will be able to vault over the pallet because the Ivy got stuck there, which is unfortunate. And there is no rescuer nearby to get rid of this Coordinator. So right now, Cordy, we didn't get the first hit there initially, which is really bad. And right now, we could get a gun out, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be necessary. Flywheel did come out alongside with the Palace people, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough against an Ivy with Hunt. But even so, with that in mind, we do have Warp ready. We are going to be able to lock Persica away from this area. 72% stack. We want to get around 90 gun and then cancel it off, but it seems like right now it might be a little bit hard. 86, 100 straight towards Persica, but the gun came out pretty clutch right there. Very nice prediction there made by our Coordinator, and with the Cordy here, that's going to be an immediate teleport in as well. We're waiting for our next relevation screen, and it seems like that's going to be a 2-minute containment. But a 2-minute containment here, even though we didn't do a lot of map pressure, we don't really have that much Cypher machines. There is a basement nearby. We could share basement for a double down situation, but it seems like Shelton right now wants to start map controlling here as soon as we can. Thinking that the Cypher machine are probably 3.5. It's around 2.5. It's around 3 Cypher machines here, honestly. They're just pretty spread apart. And we do have 2 slow decoders on the team as well, which is a cheerleader and the wildling. So with the wildling here, you're going to be able to get 100, well, you're going to be able to get 24 stacks. And when the 24 stacks right here, that's going to be the leash. That's going to be 60 stacks. We are going to be able to get the no damage rescue right here and Coordinator immediately down. So with the wildling here, you could go aim a few hits on the wildling if you can. That's going to be the TP over, in which we didn't get much. And we're going to try look for Persica here as well. Meanwhile, still trying to map control. So we want to go a little bit closely towards Aeroplanist, lock his Cypher machine, slow him down from decoding. But even with so on mind, if we really want to, we could potentially just sell the survivor that's on chair. Now then, usually we would want to rescue, but in this case scenario, when everyone's at max health, look, why not? Cordy doesn't have an item anyway, so let's just rotate around from the map, leave the Cypher machine prime that is as it is, and just start the last 2 as soon as we can. Now then, with both the cheerleader and the Coordinator Cypher and the Aeroplanist Cypher machine locked, we would be able to see Wildling here. Wildling, if Wildling can, Wildling should try to harass. Now, this is going to be pretty hard to do, but if Wildling can, we should try. That's going to be Coordinator immediately going down. And Wildling on 80 stack is going to be a tad bit hard to harass, because you're going to have to look at the Hunter. Yeah, you're going to have to look at the Hunter, so unless you can push the Hunter away from the chair and let Cordy struggle free, I don't think that's going to be a possibility here anymore. Wildling around 10 seconds left on board time. We're rotating away as fast as we can. We're starting the bridge Cypher machine. We need Wildling to start a new Cypher machine. Complete new Cypher machine. He's safe currently, yes, but... yeah, he's pretty safe. He is pretty safe. We're only missing 1 Cypher machine right now. You can get Wildling to do it. All the other survivors out there are pretty healthy. So with that in mind, I don't think you're going to be able to see more than a tie game here from Shelton's side, unless endgame ends up with somehow survivors giving away 1 free extra hit. But for Ivy, really, if you can teleport over, that'll be great. Honestly, if you can teleport over, that'll be great. But right now, we utilize an item to get out of the area from Aeroplanist. Wildling will be leached on here immediately. Even if you teleport on, it doesn't really matter because Wildling's on board. Preferably speaking, right, Wildling should get off board as soon as possible. Yep, he did get off as soon as possible, so it goes into cooldown and he can go in and get rid of the next artifact. Or stone slabs if you're a Minecraft fan. Yeah, I shouldn't say that in the actual commentaries, but you know what I mean. Anyways, with that in mind, last Cypher machine here, 96% decoding progress. We're going to be able to leech on towards Cheerleader. Cheerleader pump-onning away there. 93 stacks, they're pretty good. Cheerleader can look at the Hunter for 3 seconds, because you gain 0.2 per second, you gain 2 per second, right? So you can look at a Hunter for like Yeah, for like 3 seconds. And it'll be at 99 stack, lol. But even so, Whiting decoding that 30% Cypher Machine. And you have Cheerleader Cypher Machine there at 74% as well. It's going to be Aeroplanist who's going to make his way in. But it seems like with that in mind, 3 seconds wasn't enough for Ivy to actually get the hit there. Because the Cheerleader kind of managed to get away with the last pump on there. That was honestly ridiculous. But also at the same time, Shelton was trying to multitask quite a bit there, so it did allow Cheerleader to perform dash. We are going to utilize our last jetpack here, if I'm not wrong. Oh, we got down. Oh, you can get down from that area. That's not the last jetpack, that's the second last. And even so, that's going to be Huang He there as well. On the Cheerleader side, getting rid of Sloan Stop, 75% decoding progress here on towards the Cypher Machine. And it seems like we've one more we're going to be able to utilize last one. That's going to be 53 stacks here once again. And you can't get the Scream anymore on towards the Cheerleader. But even so, we're looking for the Wilding here as well. But, you know, we do know that Max Presence has been utilized. Transference of Corruption not being able to use here once again. 24 seconds on towards the cooldown trait. And there is also the Aeroplanist nearby as well, who is trying to get rid of the artifact as much as possible. But it seems like we are going to be able to catch ourselves off guard right here, getting the vault over. Okay, with the vault over and a Windows speed boost, we are going to be able to get away, but I don't think you're going to be able to get away from this Revelation Scream. Cheerleader trying to apply pressure here as well. Cheerleader only one at max health. We have to be very careful here. That's going to be Leech. That's going to be 100% stack, and that's going to be the normal hit right there. Aeroplanist getting out of range is good, so then his stacks deplete. But preferably speaking here, Aeroplanist should try force himself to get 100 stacks at the moment that Cheerleader was hit, just so you can get out of the air as fast as possible. But okay then, we're trying to map controller as much as possible for our for our IV. But even with the shadow here, you know what's dangerous is there's also someone else downstairs. There's this Cheerleader decoding the 93% Cypher Machine. There's the Aeroplanist nearby trying to give pressure, and we should just pop here. Yeah, we should just pop here. As long as you get a tie, that's all what matters. So the pop ping here is good. We would be able to see teleport coming out soon, but Aeroplanist still does have hover, so we need to keep that in mind. Elevation doesn't work against Ivy. Elevation works really well against Ivy. So with that in mind, yes, you're going to be able to get a 30% stack, well, 40% stack right after the Scream. But it doesn't matter from the survivor's point of view, as we are going to be able to see Cheerleader running straight towards the other gate. And Wilding is somewhere. Wilding's our first stop. Okay, we're being very careful of teleportation right now. We're going to be able to get the teleport out. Okay, Wilding, all what Wilding needs to do is to open the gate. That's going to be a teleport back. Okay, so the teleportation back right now. I'm trying to map control here as much as possible. Meanwhile, we do have Cheerleader trying to run back towards the area. Yes, you can get the teleportation in soon. But for the Cheerleader right now, we're opening the gate. We're being very careful here. We need to get rid of the stone slabs. And the way to do this is... the gate is opening though. We are looking if we can teleport over or not. The Wilding will be notified towards the hunter with the crows here. Ooh la la. Okay, we're gonna be able to get on board. But with the boar here, even if Ivy does teleport to you, you're gonna be able to get off pretty fast as well. So with so on mind, Cheerleader cannot be leashed anymore, but if Cheerleader can give some support here with the encourage right after, even if Ivy comes and gets to hit on towards the board, you can still at least utilize your speed boost, but it seems like it'll be a tie. Let's congratulate WBG for winning game 1. Moving on straight towards game 2.